Hey, it's Mel. So today's topic is I want to go over storyboarding tips. Basically what storyboarding is it's the idea of being able to sync up visually what it is that you want to say about those visuals. So they might be pictures, it might be video, it might even be PowerPoint bullets animated across the screen, but you want to make sure that you're saying the things that you want to say about those things. Now you've done this before if you've done a presentation in front of a live group of people. But a lot of times you're doing it extemporaneously. Now I do video and tutorials online that are extemporaneous. This video that we're doing right now, or this training video, is basically an extemporaneous kind of a video, right? But if you watch some of the things that I use on the videos that I have, like whenever I create e-learning programs or online learning, like Social Media 101 series that you'll find on my blog, those are all scripted type videos because I want to make sure that I'm presenting exactly the ideas and the concepts that I want in a very concise way. And then to make sure I've got the visuals all lined up ahead of time. Okay, and this discussion basically came about from a discussion that was happening from a friend of mine on LinkedIn. Her name is Dana, and she posed the question, what tools or tips do you use for storyboarding in your e-learning courses? Now I know some of you that visit my site aren't necessarily interested in creating e-learning programs, but I'll challenge you that the same techniques that we use a lot of time in the e-learning industry are those same techniques that you want to use if you want to create your own online content that you present for your customers, your clients, or even for business. If you want to make a presentation and be able to put it online, these are some of the techniques that you might want to think about. So that's basically what a storyboard is. And there are some templates that I'll make available to you that you can download. And some of those things that came out of that discussion online was, interestingly, it really revolved around three things. PowerPoint, Word templates, and then this other area, and it was really more something that I contributed to, which was mind mapping. And what you're actually looking at right here on this presentation right now is a mind map, and I happen to be using something called MindJet, but there are many out there, and I happen to have already used this for a number of years, so I've kind of grown up with it, and I love the features and so forth. But basically, let's fast forward to the mind map here for just a second. If I was to create another template here and then just put that in the middle, it allows you to be able to create new content and be able to think through things. So you might want to, if I hit the enter key a few times, you'll see a few main topics pop up here, right? So here's a few main topics that you can quickly add just by simply pushing the enter button. But above that, you can then also add additional subtopics around each of these main topics. Okay, so, and then you can go even many layers deep. Now let's say I have this topic here and its string of children that I think should actually be more part of this topic. I can just simply click and drag that over and move things around a little bit more. But maybe this subtopic actually should be fleshed out at the same level as some of these other ones. Okay, so I can click and drag that. So mind maps are very good in that way, in that they allow you to be able to create relationships and structure and organize your thinking about whatever it is, whatever presentation it is that you want to make. And I love it, and I'll put a link down below so that you can take a look at it as well. Now let's go back to the PowerPoint. So there were a couple of templates some folks recommend using. They just use PowerPoint for their storyboarding purposes, and I can see why. Because it's visual, it's quick, allows you to be able to type your script in where the notes sections are, and also gives you a storyboard view that you can easily print out for your clients or for yourself whenever you're doing your own recording. These can be sketches that you give to your client, or sketches for your own self that you can quickly put up there so you know what it is that you're going to say. And then there's also the scripting that goes along with that. So if we look at page 2, just page through this real quickly, you can see how the visuals build, and below that is a script that you can say right along with those visuals. So it's great for structuring your own online content that you provide on your own social media, or in your own, maybe you're building your own online course as well. The other thing is there are also Word templates, and this is actually my preference. I have used the PowerPoint template format before for scripting and for doing presentations online, but truth be told, I've actually found more versatility in creating a Word template. One guy actually uses, here's a template that he's provided that I actually like quite a bit. The problem though is it's specific to a piece of software that I use called Articulate. And basically, in a nutshell, Articulate is sort of like Camtasia or ScreenFlow or some of these other visually building kind of e-learning products. Articulate is that kind of a product that allows you to quickly build e-learning programs. So this template happens to be specific to that, and you can see where he's got, it's basically 1 page per slide. So if you have a 100-slide course that that this person is creating, they would have 100 pages, and each one defines what the slide is and some notes about the media that's going to accompany that slide, and maybe there's some text here that is going to display on the slide. But here's where he might have the script or the audio that he's going to say right along with that slide, and how it syncs up with different images, audio, music, or other video that might go along with that as well. Okay, so anyway, so that's specific to a piece of software called Articulate. One that I found a little bit more versatile is something I've created called, it's basically a 2-column format, and I'll make this available to you for download. And it's the one that I actually use a lot in some of the e-learning programs that you'll find on, like for instance, the Social Media 101 series. So a lot of the scripted videos that I'll create, I use this type of a format, where basically it's 2 columns. 1 column is the visual, says visual. It's basically the description of what it is that you're going to see, and then in the row beneath the 2nd column next to it is basically the audio that's going to go along with that. All right. So here's an example that you might want to take a look at. For instance, this whole series right down here at the bottom, I've included that in there and included a link for where you might find that video. Okay, so that's my tip for today. I'll provide these templates available for you for download or to link to, so you can also use them in your own online creation. All right, so that's Mel, and that's today's tip post for today, and I hope that helps you out. Take care.